Bitcoin is holding a really critical support, and in this video we're gonna analyze whether the Bitcoin price is gonna continue going down or we're gonna go to the opposite. I have been saying many times the Bitcoin price should be going above the 100k before the end of March. We're gonna analyze this that's gonna happen. Also, we're gonna check in the short time frame as the 4-hour charts, because there's something there that you need to know if you're into futures and you want to do some trade. And also we're gonna be analyzing what Benjamin have been researching about the ISM, which now everybody is just trying to hold to the ISM idea where the bull's gonna start going up. We're gonna see if that's true or not. Historically has been that already the case. And something about unfortunate about Europe, guys, because there is a lot of EU taxes that are going to be wasted. We're gonna talk about it, but before that, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart and see what actually the Bitcoin price is doing right now. As you can see in the 4-hour chart, I already draw these lines, guys, because what's the consolidation we had already for days and weeks. We have this consolidation and we see how the breakdown happened already, and now we're going to the downside. And now the big question is, are we going to continue to go down or not? Because many people are now having hoping that we have this resistance and we're going to continue going up from now on. And let me show you something as well that is happening in the 4-hour chart. Make it a little bit smaller, the chart, because the biggest possibility is that we're going to continue going down, guys. You like it or not. In the short term, I'm a little bit bearish. I'm going to tell you why. Well, first, as you can see in my strategy, if you still don't follow my strategy, you can go to the description below. I made a completely free video where you can arrange all the indicators in order to follow me with the strategy in order for you to profit from the market. So that being said, you can see how now we start to be more separated. The 55 EMA and the 10 EMA, they start to have more space in between, but that means the Bitcoin price is going to go to retest and be rejected from there. But not only that, that is not the only indicator you need to pay attention. Also, as you can see, the Fortuna line is still in the strength territory. The time is already running out and we still have a long way to go, and we are still above the horizontal line. So that with the time aligning with the structure we bring already from the past days is not bullish at all, guys. So what I'm expecting from here is just to make an ABC continuation pattern to go to the downside, guys. Let me make this clear. I can remove all this. Like this, and by the time we should be going something like that. So just to retest the 55 EMA and the best case scenario. I mean, we don't need to go and reach it. We could continue going down. So just be careful right there if you're doing some short trades. But that's how I see the scenario right now. And you can see the Fortuna line. I mean, it never fail. And yeah, the time is just passing. We want to see, we're probably going to make a small green valley, but I don't really see a big bump over there. What I want to analyze right now is the weekly, guys, because it's something really interesting that is happening right here, and with the time as well. Let me show you. I have been telling you before, I was already a little bit bullish, but not 100%, because the Fortuna line is still above the horizontal line and we still have strength. So this potentially can continue going down. As you can see, there's plenty of space in the other side. We have been oversold before, like in this area, for example, in 2022, we went all the way down. So this could happen. It's going to happen right now. Well, we're going to see, and that's why it's really important March, guys. It's really important because by then we should be, according to how it is right now, the time has been already passing. The Fortuna line is still with strength above the horizontal line, but with the time is already passing. So we should start going. And why I say we should start going up, because what you want to do when you do projections is to go one step ahead before it happened, because once it happened, the movement happened, you lost it already. You lost it. So according to this, remember that it's a weekly. If you buy today and continue going down to 70, I mean, you don't care about that, because the movement and the weekly are movement for 30, 50,000. So this is nothing. I mean, what happened in the last 2 days is nothing. The movement that Bitcoin have, either to the downside or to the opposite, it's going to be moved from 50,000, guys. So it should be going up, but remember, this according to the price, we should start, let me draw it over here. We should start doing something like that, the Fortuna line going to the downside direction, we should start making a green valley. And depending how it is there, how the time pass when we have the green valley, what's the volume we have, and also the direction of the Fortuna line. But for now, guys, what I do think, in any case, we start going up with it should in the weekly, but it doesn't really need to do it. It should, if it goes up, we need to retake a position again into the 100k before well, if we take it in February, it would be great. But if we still, by the end of February, we're still at the end of February, we're still below the 100k, I mean, it's gonna go really dirty. This trade I'm talking about is just the weekly, guys. This is every 3 to 6 months. You need to keep that in mind. So I'm really bullish, and I'll always super hold. I'm a holder, but I'm a holder in the weekly until I have a pattern to close my trade. What do I mean with that? You can see over here. Let me show you. Then I'm not holding anymore, guys. Like I said to you many times. Right here, for example, you see that. You see that we have this pattern right here, this bend of the Fortuna line. Let me take it out. I gotta move it a little bit so you can see it. Right there. This bend over here. What we did? We went down. We hold over here. Then I was buying again. The time passed. As you can see it right here. The time passed. You start to buy. Even if you don't buy at the bottom, but you start buying around here, because we hold that as a support, and the time already passed. And you see already the Fortuna line have no strength to continue going up. And then we continue going up. Exactly the same right here. Right here. If you don't gonna be selling on the top, but even here, look at that. A week close, and you can see already when it start to, the time start to go down. And we have the bend as well. And it's all the time has been doing like this. We have the bends over here. We have this consolidation at the end. We drop to the 55 EMA. So I'm holding, but until I have this pattern of selling, guys. And I was telling you right here around the 120, I'm selling because, and what's really obvious, because by the time we have right here this pattern, we have the older green valley, but we didn't have any strength. You can see exactly right here. We were going below the horizontal line. So if we're going below the horizontal line, we don't have any strength to continue going up. That's why the Bitcoin price is going to continue going down. I mean, and that's why as well, guys, like there is a lot of thought in Onyx, like blaming CC that he started pretty much the bear market, because after that we have this massive liquidation at the exchange. I don't know if you remember that. Let me know if in the commentaries below if you remember that. If you saw live, I was seeing that it was completely insane, and it was something like that. A lot of liquidations. The market was getting completely crazy. And exactly happened the same as well when before. In 2021, when we were around here, exactly right here, he started mentioning about he was selling FTX, and then we collapsed, and everybody's playing it. But if you see the chart, that's why I'm all the time encouraging you to learn, guys, because if you see, it's so simple. Well, it is a little bit complicated when that happened, because you need to take the decision when you are right here. Most of the people, they are right now here 70, and they're telling you how obvious was here to sell, but they won't tell you when that is the point to sell. As I have been explained before, I say I'm selling, guys, and I was selling around this area because I have the pattern to sell, as I explained you here, right? And also the consolidation we have at the time there. So just keep that in mind, because many people, you're gonna get really confused by the technical analysis of people, because now people are calling that we are in a bear market when we already down. We already down like 35%. Let me see, 30, 40. We're already 40% down. So it's up to you to decide, like, which sense is that, who you want to follow. Do you want to learn? Do you just want to be copying? I think that is pretty clear. Yeah, guys, pretty much this is what I see in the weekly. Just pay really attention to this, because this is where the big opportunities come. You can start buying here. If we don't go up, we need to sell. We need to sell. But if we start to see strain, I mean, to be honest, and why I'm still not so bullish on the Bitcoin price, which I say all the time, we went down below the 55 EMA. We have the retest right here. People are not calling that a retest, but we have this small retest. Yeah, people are expecting the bounce like this, but also we have this cross of the 55 EMA and the 10 EMA, and now I start to have more and more separation in between, and that's not bullish at all, guys. That's bearish. So in any case, we go here, it's gonna be just a retest, at least for now. When we're there, when we're right here, we need to analyze again. We need to see what about the time, what about the volume, what about the Fortuna line, how we getting right there. And once we know how we're getting right there, we can say if it's bullish or bearish for the price. But right now, I just don't gonna go too forward, and I just gonna say go step by step. But the first step should be to go to the opposite side. Once we're here, we see if we sell what we bought right here or not. But this is your own decision, guys. And if you haven't been taking profit, well, in this case, you will see if you can take profits around here or not, or if you want to take profits in a loss in case that you were entering right here when I was screaming that we don't enter right there, because it is obvious that the market just want to have everybody, as it always has been happening. So hopefully it is give you more clarity of how to navigate the market. So that being said, guys, now I want to jump about in the post of Benjamin, because he's talking here about the ISM, which is something that Raw Paul has been talking many times. And the beginning was the M2, if you remember, and all the liquidity that are going to come to Bitcoin. That's why we're going to have, it's supposed we were going to have this banana zone, which we never saw it. And now, like, people are just trying to excuse themselves and all that. That's why I always say to you, just learn and learn and learn, because it didn't work, the M2. Then now people are with the theory of the ISM. If you don't know what the ISM, Raw Paul is going to explain you exactly what that is.
So what the hell is the ISM survey you hear me talk about? Well, the ISM survey is short for the Institute of Supply Managers Survey. It asks a bunch of people in big companies, the buyers, what they think the level of activity is. And it's a sentiment survey. And what it basically tells you is what they think is going to happen to employment, new orders, growth, all of this stuff. And it comes into one indicator called the ISM. And the ISM goes up and down, and it predicts the global economy, particularly the US economy. Now, when it starts rolling down, you see these numbers. 50 is usually the level where the economy is stalling. Anything below 50, particularly 47, means that it's in recession.
So there you have it, guys. So pretty much once the manufacturers start to be better, I mean, there's going to come more money to the market, and that's actually going to start popping up when we are above the 50. But now let me read you what Benjamin is saying. This year, there has been a strong pivot to use the ISM to predict where the price of Bitcoin will go, especially after many of the super cycle narratives coming into this year seems to have failed. Exactly. I have been telling you many times, this narrative of the super cycle. I didn't see that coming, but everybody was talking. Last bull market was exactly the same. And now I say, I want to show a clear example of why the ISM does not necessarily have to impact the price of Bitcoin. The first little note they took to the 2024. Okay, what happened in 2024? The ISM was 52.5, Bitcoin price was 700. December of 2014, ISM 55, Bitcoin price was 302. I mean, just give an impact to the downside in that case. So the ISM went up from 52 to 55, but BTC went down. So now imagine watching the ISM each month in 2014 and see that go higher, but being watching the Bitcoin price go lower. It must have been maddening if anyone was doing that back. I mean, that's the thing, guys. And now in 2015, there were 54, and then the Bitcoin price was at 222, 14, and yeah. Anyway, you can read the whole post. But what I want to say with this is like all these stories, like everybody's always gonna try a way to find where to attach in order to learn. That's what I say all the time. Basic TA is going to help you a lot. And the indicators I'm giving you for free as well. Go to the description below as well. You're going to find the video right there. All this can help you guys, but just watching all the news and then trading according to news, and just having some theories and believing in that, and then you're gonna lose a lot of money. Imagine everybody who was thinking that the super cycle this time was going to happen. They completely they didn't sell here. We were selling right here, guys. Right here we were selling. And now if we continue going down, it doesn't really matter. Even if we buy here, the Bitcoin price can continue going down, we continue buying. That's it. Because the time when we continue going up, and then we're gonna have a new highs in the years to come, the profit's gonna be massive. We're gonna go massive. That's why, guys, I encourage you all the time to learn. But yeah, pretty much you see the correlation is actually not the best one. Maybe this time it's gonna be different, maybe not, we will see. But what I already explained you here in the weekly, it doesn't really matter if the ISM work or not. We already have a strategy. We know how to navigate the market, and that's it. If the ISM work or not, good, but we don't care about it. Now, guys, I want to jump to this because, this is really crazy that is happening, because all the time I used to believe that Europe was pro-peace, but actually they not at all, and this already we can see since the past years. And the worst case, not only that a lot of civilian life are unfortunately disappearing because of this decision of these higher politicians, that there is not even the desire of the civilians, but and this democracy are the politicians who just rule and put whatever law they want. Because let me know if you're European and you agree with this, because if you know what this actually means, it's like you're gonna be paying for that. They don't gonna be paying any pocket. You paying them for taking those decisions to make you savings, and the currency you are forced to use, and that even didn't teach you how to use your currency, the currency they give you, they're gonna be inflating that. So listen to this. I spoke to the president, blah blah blah, this afternoon, and this week this afternoon ahead of this week peace talk. Come on, man. Even I have this already. They put like a name. Let me know if what I understand is even they have a name to this kind of talks. But how many times they have been talking and they never fix anything. They always live running. I don't know in either side, guys. I know in either side of the war, it will be good to don't have any war. We are in this 21st century. We should not have this anymore. That should be already just a story, and we should already learn from that. But unfortunately, we have a really small brain of what's going on. As we approach the 4 years of the brutal blah 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 against these two countries, blah blah blah. Well, they have been, of course, like in any war, civilian infrastructure at home. Of course, what are you expecting? Since day one, blah blah blah. Europe want to give the support to them, and they want to rebuild, which is insane. It doesn't. Let me know in the commentaries below if it makes sense for you to rebuild a country still on war. Why are you gonna do that? It's gonna get destroyed again. This is like, it makes no sense continue giving money. You're just throwing that money, and on top of that, who's paying that are the civilians, the citizens of Europe. They're paying this, and they're inflating all the money because this money is just gonna be burned pretty much. And we're sending hundreds of generators to keep heating up the light. What does it mean to have generator if then they can be destroyed because the country still continue in war? It made no sense, guys. Let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm completely misleading all these texts. But all the time has been like this, and the war is still not ending. Let me know what you think about this. This is really insane, because that's going to continue. There is no peace in between. All these peace approaching talks is just BF, because they don't never have any solution. There is always one say no, but continue give us money, and then you're going to be paying that. You want to be paying that. They already removing a lot of cultural benefit in many countries of Europe, and they're reducing many investment in their countries just to give money for free. It's just. And on top of that, with that, they even inflating more the currency they give you, they force you to give you, and they even teach you what actually is, and how that is a big scam. Pretty much, it's a big Ponzi scheme. All the currencies of all the countries, guys, And that's why the only solution you have is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is freedom. It's freedom. It will protect you against all this. Right now, you can see the Bitcoin price going down, but it's going to continue going up. And this is a big difference because all the time Bitcoin go down, there is always going to stop at a certain level and just going to continue going up and up and up and up and up. The fiat currencies, they don't do that. They just continue going down and down and down. They stop and then they continue going down and down. You can see right here, we went up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You think the Bitcoin is going to go and reach 17,000? I mean, everybody will be wishing that. It won't happen, guys. It won't happen. So that's why Bitcoin is freedom. If Bitcoin gonna protect you for that. But if you don't have any Bitcoin, guys, I mean, it's gonna be a massive opportunity to enter, because even for now, you can start putting a little bit of money. Just wait for March, and then in March we will see if we're gonna continue going down or not. And if we continue going down, it's gonna be the best opportunity ever you have if you don't own any Bitcoin. If you own already, it's gonna be even better. So that being said, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like. I will really appreciate your support, and also for the algorithm to share all this information to all the people that are in the need of having a real freedom and protection of their wealth. So with that being said, guys, see you tomorrow, and remember, save in Bitcoin. Bye bye.